Now with coral, there's one thing that you need to understand. You can't win them all. Now, corals come from all different sorts of environments. For example, these SPS corals, as a generalization, can come from very shallow water with very high intensity light, very high intensity water flow. While some of the other corals are going to be deeper water. Some have different amounts of water flow, and others have different amounts of nutrients. Some come from nutrient-rich environments with quite a lot more nutrient, and other ones come from very nutrient-poor environments. Some come from very clear water, and some come from very murky water. So therefore, trying to keep all coral in one tank is extremely unrealistic. Some corals have got very specific feeding requirements, while other corals seem to live predominantly off the light. Another consideration when mixing corals is what's called encodie cells. So corals put various chemicals into the water which provide chemical warfare. Now, corals use stinging cells, generally part of the coral's digestive system. Some send out sweeper tentacles to try to sting each other to allow space to accommodate, to obtain light. So they try to compete with each other, and they all grow up to basically compete for the space that allows them to compete for the light. They also put into the water various hormones and various chemicals which are going to suppress other corals. So you'll often hear someone say, in my tank, I can't grow saprophyton, for example. Or, in my tank, I can't grow acropora, or whatever. Even though all the water parameters may be perfect, and all the equipment maybe is perfect for that particular animal, it just doesn't work. And that just could be due to the combination of corals that you've actually got, and the suppressant chemicals which are potentially leached into the water in order to favour their own species or similar, which are all survival mechanisms that corals employ. So various things help. Water changes are going to help to defuse down these sorts of issues. One thing that really helps is polyfilter. So polyfilter is going to help to suck out a lot of these hormones and suppressant chemicals. Another thing you could do is use ozone. So potentially UV sterilizers, high-powered UV sterilizers, but ozone is also likely to help with the breakdown of these sorts of chemicals. Anyway, if you've got any more advice or theories or experience on the topic of competition and chemical warfare within an aquarium, then chuck a little note down on the bottom of this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more information on fish keeping as a general. You can't win them all. Which can be very disappointing.